You know those people who just seem to be terrible leaders? The ones that make everything more difficult than it needs to be and never seem to get anything done? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down the four worst habits that these type of leaders always seem to have, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, Danny here, and today we're talking about bad leadership habits. Now, if you ever worked with someone like this or been unfortunate enough to be in a work relationship with them, you know how frustrating it can be. Well, don't worry because I'm breaking down the four worst habits these leaders always have. So let's get started with the first habit. Micromanaging is a common habit among many new leaders and business owners, but it can be detrimental to the effects of your team and organization as a whole. This is when a new leader or business owner closely supervises or controls their team's work. This can manifest in various ways, such as constantly checking in on team members, monitoring their every move, taking over their tasks, or not allowing them to make their own decisions. One of the main negative effects of micromanaging is lack of trust. This lack of trust fosters between leaders and their teams. So when team members feel like they are constantly being watched and their every move is being scrutinized, they will likely start to lose trust in their leader's ability to lead and manage the team effectively. This can lead to a decrease in morale and motivation and increase in turnover. So, how can you as a new leader avoid the habit of micromanaging? One effective way is by setting clear goals and expectations. Let your team know what is expected of them and what their roles and responsibilities are, as well as what the goals and objectives of the team are. This way, team members will have a clear understanding of what they need to do and how they can contribute to an organization. It's important to give your team members the autonomy to make decisions and to take initiative. This means giving them space and the resources they need to do their work and trusting them to make the best decisions for the organization. So ultimately, it's giving them the freedom to be able to do their job. Effective communication is at the heart of good leadership, but unfortunately, lack of communication is another common mistake that new leaders and business owners often make. It can lead to lack of trust, confusion, and lack of direction among team members, which can have a detrimental impact on the organization's performance. One example of poor communication is not providing instructions. If team members are not given clear instructions on what is expected of them, they of course become confused and uncertain about their roles and responsibilities, this leading to a lack of direction and productivity. It also can lead to frustration among the team members who feel like they are not contributing effectively to the organization. To avoid this bad habit, as leaders, set clear communication channels. This could mean having regular meetings, sending out regular updates through email, maybe a team newsletter or a team messaging app. Likewise, ongoing feedback is instrumental. Regular and timely one-on-one sessions with your employees will always be beneficial. The key is making sure that everyone is informed of all the information they need to be highly functional. Likewise, leaders, you should make sure you maintain an open door policy. This means being available to listen to team members' concerns and answer any questions they may have. By doing this, you can build trust and understanding. Unfortunately, lack of empathy is another common mistake that new leaders and business owners make. It can lead to low morale and high turnover among team members, which of course can be detrimental to the impact of the organization's performance, just like the other bad habits. One example of lack of empathy is not listening to team members. If team members feel like their concerns are not being heard, they may become discouraged and unmotivated. This could lead to low morale and high turnover, as team members may feel like they're not valued or respected within the organization. Another example of a lack of empathy is not understanding the perspectives of team members. If a leader does not understand the perspectives of their team members, they may make decisions that do not take into account the needs and concerns of the team. This can lead to frustration and dissatisfaction among employees, which can contribute to low morale, just like the other things, and high turnover, just like the other things. So, to avoid this particular bad habit, actively seek feedback from your team. This means creating an environment where your employees feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and concerns. We also need to make an effort to understand their perspectives as employees by asking questions and taking time to listen. We should also be open to different ideas and value the inputs of our employees. This means creating a culture where diverse perspectives and ideals are encouraged and respected. So by doing this, we can create an environment where all of our employees feel valued and respected, which can lead to the things we want: high morale and low turnover. Inconsistency is one of the four bad habits that's the toughest to observe. It can lead to a lack of trust and confusion and a lack of direction amongst your team, which, of course, like all the other habits, can have a detrimental impact on the organization's performance. An example of inconsistency is not being reliable. If team members can't rely on a leader for clear direction and dependable follow through, it can lead to confusion and lack of direction. This can also lead to a lack of trust among team members, as they may feel they cannot trust the leader to keep their word or follow through on their commitments. Another example of inconsistency is changing direction without notice. If you, as the leader, frequently change direction and pivot without warning, it can be difficult for your team members to keep up. This can lead to confusion and lack of direction, as well as frustration among your employees who may feel like they're not being given clear direction or guidance. Preventing the bad habit of inconsistency means providing clear and concise direction, following through on our commitments, and being reliable as leaders. As leaders, we must make sure we provide clear instructions, set clear expectations, and frankly, follow through on our commitments. By doing this, we create an environment where our employees feel like they can rely on us, which can lead to a sense of trust and direction. Recognizing, addressing, and preventing these bad habits is vital to being an effective leader. And you can do it too. With conscientious effort and practice, they can be avoided. I encourage you to share your own experiences and how they were addressed below in the comments. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out this video right here for some good leadership content. And as always, never forget, you are the leader you choose to be.